Russia's perspective on the Iran USA Israel escalation. As military strikes by the United States and Israel against Iran intensified this week, Russia's reaction has been swift and unequivocal in diplomatic terms. Moscow has strongly condemned the joint US Israeli strikes, describing them as pre-planned, unprovoked act of armed aggression against a sovereign state and a danger not only to regional stability but to international order itself. Russian officials, including the foreign ministry, has accused Washington and Tel Aviv of hiding behind concerns about Iran's nuclear program while pursuing a broader objective that amounts to regime change under the guise of security. Moscow has warned that such actions risk triggering humanitarian, economic, and potentially radiological catastrophes in the region. In public statements, Vlad, President Vladimir Putin condemned the killing of Iran's supreme leader as cynical violation of international norms, offering condolences and reaffirming the historic ties between Moscow and Tehran. While Russia emphasized its willingness to support diplomatic efforts towards a peaceful resolution, it has stopped short of threatening direct confrontation with United States or its allies over the issue. The diplomatic posture reflects a broader pattern in Russia's foreign policy. Even in earlier phases of broader Iran-Israel conflict, Moscow denounced unilateral strikes on Iranian soil as violation of international law and urged restraint from all parties. Russia has encouraged a political solution and called for the United Nations and other multilateral bodies to address the crisis and de-escalate tensions. At the same time, Russia's relationship with Iran spans decades of strategic cooperation. Both countries have strengthened ties through trade, military cooperation, and shared interests in counterbalancing US influence in the Middle East. Yet Russia's backing has generally been diplomatic rather than military, an effort to maintain influence while avoiding a direct clash with Washington. In practical terms, Russia has acted cautiously. Its Ministry of Transport recently suspended flights to affected regions due to rising risk, signaling concern for Russian citizens and economic interests amid escalating hostilities. In sum, Russia's view of the current Iran USA Israel crisis can be summarized as follows: strong condemnation of US and Israeli military actions, labeling them unprovoked and illegal under international law. Warning of catastrophic regional consequences, including humanitarian and radiological risk. Support for diplomatic engagement and multilateral negotiation, calling on the United Nations and international bodies to take the lead. Practical caution and calibrated responses, avoiding direct military confrontation while protecting economic and citizenship interests. Russia's voice in this crisis blends principal opposition to unilateral military force, support for international norms, and cautious pragmatism aimed at preserving its own strategic interests in a deeply unstable region. That's our view on Russia's perspective on the Iran USA Israel escalation. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great time.